Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this Tuesday night overview. We thank you for joining us on the call. And I know some of you may have someone with you in your room right there watching this Zoom, or you're listening to this recording. We appreciate your time. In a nutshell, we're going to be sharing a little bit about what the big news is and why we're spending time to share. My name's Reimi Marden. I'm an island girl from Oahu, grew up there, and then started my business called The Winning Edge. This side, The Winning Edge there. Um, 31 years ago in the image consulting and corporate training for a field. And I love my work, but as a businesswoman, I've always had multiple income streams going, and I have been blessed that way. But I have never experienced anything quite like what we're going to be sharing with you today. And the person that invited you to this call is as blown away and feeling as blessed as I am, and that is why you are here. So, with that, I'm going to just jump right on in and tell you a little bit about how our lives have been changed because of this platform. All right. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to just pop over to my share screen and let you take a look at this. When I started 4 years ago learning how to trade in the foreign exchange market, I never even knew what Forex was, frankly. Let me open this up real big. But one of the things that I did learn about this very lucrative market is that the banks were taking my money that I had in my checking and savings accounts and was trading it on the Forex market, just like I was learning how to do. As a retail trader, by the way, everyone, we trade right from a software app on our iPhones. And this is what intrigued me because I knew what my banks were paying me. And I'm sure you can relate to some of these numbers. 0.03% at Citibank paid to you annually for your deposits, savings accounts, and not any better. Really. And this is 2021 rates. I think you'd all agree that even in the year 2023, we are still making very, very little money on our deposits that we leave and save, right, for a future rainy day. I was raised with my parents always telling me, save, save, save. Well, I realize, guys, that the bank is making billions of money on the foreign exchange market while paying me very little. Check this out, 1%. Let's just give the banks a benefit of the doubt that they were paying us 1%, which we know they aren't. But if they did annually on $500, look at how much that would equate to in 5 years. This is a calculator you can use yourself, and it's called thecalculatorsite.com. You see it right there on the screen. And I just plugged in exactly what I just said. Starting with 500, $25.51 is what you would earn on your $500 over 5 years. Isn't that sad? That's all you would be making for your diligence of savings. Now, if for some reason the bank could pay you that weekly, not annually, look at how much it grows to $6,145. Now that's more like it, right? Being able to grow your $500 into $6,000 in 5 years. This is called compounding. And this, sadly, only 6% of our population knows about the power of compounding money over a period of time at a good rate. Now, why we're here tonight is because I and many others on the call and those watching have experienced not 1% weekly, but 3%. Check this out. I changed the percentage in that red circle to 3 because that is what my investment has been blessing me with for the last year, every single Friday. If this were to continue for 5 years, that $500 investment could turn into over $1 million. It might seem kind of pie in the sky, but I must tell you that there is power in compounding. This calculator will help you to plan your future to see where your money is going to be if you find a vehicle, a platform that you can park your money and be able to grow it. And I'm very pleased to say that this opportunity, you can start at a nominal amount of money, which typically people with lots of money, the wealthy, know how to do this, and people like me, we're kind of in the dark about. So I'm very excited to share with you Novatech. I want you all to know that I am not a financial advisor. I'm just Reimi Marden, entrepreneur, a businesswoman of 31 years, and I have found something that has been profitable for me. And every single person that has come on board and done what I've done in this platform has been successful. Not one of them has left. And that is so unusual for my past, because like with any business, you try something and then people will fall out and say, that's not for me. That's not working for me. I'm not making money. Well, in here, 100% of those have been winning who are riding on this plan with us. All right, so this is a live market trading platform started in June of 2019. Again, as I mentioned, we are here to give you information. You go do your due diligence. You go investigate this, all right? I'll give you some of the key points that you can learn about. And just know that anything doing with cryptocurrency or trading or any financial things, there's substantial risk. And so you always want to enter with good risk management. Our basic rule of thumb is never trade or never invest with any money that you're not comfortable losing. And if you can enter into an investment with that mindset, you will be just fine. You will be able to sleep at night and know that you are making a wise choice in leaving your money in a place that is is growing while you're sleeping. All right. So message is all for those of you who are 18 years or older. All right. So with that said, here's the nuts and bolts. Who's behind this project? Eddie and Cynthia Petillon. They are American citizens based out of Florida. They bring a combined experience of 40 years in blockchain technologies, in cryptocurrency, Forex, and crypto trading, as I had mentioned earlier. But I love the fact that they have also had many years of experiences with business success and failures. And I truly believe that their failures have molded or shaped them into being the professionals that they are. Cynthia believes that it was a vision given to her to create this company, Novatech, over 3.5 years ago. And we're very grateful because of her mindset and her heart. Again, they are quite visible folks. So whenever you're vetting any type of business opportunity, you want to know who owns it and who drives these people. Well, this woman clearly wanted to create what was designed for the wealthy and make it available to people like me, the lay person. Okay, so Novatech, as I mentioned, from 2019 has been offering affordable financial solutions, and we're going to share the one that is most relevant to you today, which is the PAM account. All right. Now, besides this PAM account, Novatech is also a registered MetaTrader broker. They operate a trading platform, and it offers one of the deepest liquidity pools in the industry. Basically, what does that mean? If you are a retail trader, you will need a broker, and you could consider Novatech to be a source for you. But we're here today to talk about the PAM account because this is designed for people who don't want to be trading on their own. They're not savvy. They have not gone to school, or maybe tried to learn how to trade and have not been successful. So the PAM account is for someone who would like to be in the market, benefiting from it with skilled, masterful traders who know their market best. All right. So let me explain how this works so that you can understand where you would fit in. All right. So basically, the hedge fund concept is probably the best example that I could use to explain how investors at a high level in typical hedge funds would pool their funds together, say folks that have 6 figures to drop into a kitty, all right? This pooled funds would be managed by a fund manager who would then employ some type of strategy, whether it's in money market, bonds, stocks, real estate, And they then produce a return for those big time investors. And as long as they're getting a return on their investment, they're happy campers and they continue to feed millions of dollars into their funds. And this cycle continues on and on. All right, so while it has worked for the wealthy, it now is available to people like me who wanted to start with $300 or maybe even as little as $99. And this was Cynthia's vision, to teach people who typically would be in the dark about opportunities to grow their money. Investors pool their funds, and Novatech is the fund manager. But instead of applying it to real estate and stocks and bonds and what a hedge fund typically does, Novatech takes those funds and has their team of masterful traders traded on the Forex and cryptocurrency market. Okay, now Forex is about foreign currencies. But the cryptocurrency, well, I'll tell you a little bit about trading, okay? Because you may not have been exposed to how this is so lucrative. So hold on for a sec, and I'll explain the technique that they use that is creating an ROI for our investors from the inception of the company. I believe we're on a week number 188 that this Novatech has been able to turn an ROI for its investors. When I started in early February of last year, I too have been getting a return of between 2 and 4% every single Friday, along with everyone else who has followed since I have entered into Novatech. All right, so I'm very excited about sharing this with you, this percentage allocation management module. So how exactly is it that we make money? They are using technology, artificial intelligence. But what's key is they're combining robotics with human intelligence. This is, to me, the secret sauce. Now, there's a lot of robotics. For those of you in trading, you know there's bots that can allow you to get in and out of trades in milliseconds. Really humanly impossible. But the key here is that these trades are monitored by human beings, masterful traders who are able to use that AI technology to get in and out of trades. All right. So the beauty of this is that they're trading in a market that is moving $7 trillion a day. All right. The Forex market, by the way, is called the world's most liquid financial market. Okay. What does this mean to you? I want you to really pause and wrap your head around what $7 trillion is. All right. It takes 1,000 billions to make 1 trillion. All right. And there's 7 of those that are moving about the globe, no matter what is going on with current events. Money is moving about. Again, even on tragedies such as 9/11 or wars happening, money is always going to be moving. And this is what made the Forex market so intriguing to me, to be able to learn how to tap it. 24 hours, 5 days a week, Forex is running. Now, the good news is that cryptocurrency, in that market, it's running 24/7. So can you imagine if you had someone representing your money in this very lucrative market and just getting you a small percent of success using robotics as well as skillful people to be in the market while you're sleeping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's exactly what's happening. Now, I know for those of you who've never heard of trading, you're looking at the screen saying, what is that? These are called candlesticks. This is what a trader will look at to understand the price action, to understand what's happening in a market. These folks know, because history repeats itself in terms of the activity of our trading. And so when you enter into a buy or a sell, we are being profitable. Now, we all know what a buy is, right? We say we're owning real estate. We like to buy low and we sell high, because then we can make a lot of money in between when we sell our house. We all get that. Stock, same thing. We buy the stocks, we hold on to it, the price goes up, and then we sell it at the top, and then we make a profit. It's the same with Bitcoin, if you've ever been an investor in Bitcoin. Well, the problem with those things like real estate or stocks or buying a cryptocurrency, when price falls, guess what? You're kind of stuck now with an asset that has depreciated, and you are having to hold on to that asset until it increases. Well, guess what? In the trading space, We make money on the movement of price even when it goes down. So let me explain. When we are at the top of the market, I'm going to put my cursor right here on that sell. When a trader knows that the price is going to plummet, they will put their take profit down here. And when price begins to drop, right? And we hear about predictions all the time. These traders are making money on the movement of price from here to here, even on a down market. And then this is why Novatech has been turning profits like this for the last 3.5 years, even when there has been what we call a bloodbath in the marketplace. You've been hearing 401ks becoming more like 101ks, people, businesses going out of operation because of hard times. But look at the returns right here in the year 2021, 15% a month gain, 13.6, moving 18%, 17. Guys, I don't know where else to go to get a kind of return like that on my money, because all I've known is what my bank pays me on an annual rate as we started our presentation today. So you can imagine in 2022, when I started in February and got an 11.2% return on my $300 that I started with at the end of that first 4 weeks, I was blown away. I have never seen anything like this. It's almost too good to be true. Well, month number 2 came for March. 12.9% is what I earned on my little baby account. And then in April and so on. Look at it. Even in the month of May of 2022, when the market crashed, there was a lot of chaos going on. The company still netted that month a 7.9% return, which is way more than what I was earning in my bank. So I was happy. Even again, even if they were not able to pay a return, I would have understood. But yet, Novatech prevailed and was able to produce a return. Look at this: 12.38% is the average per month year to date for the year 2022. All right. So if you're a numbers person and would like to see the nitty gritty each week at a time, the person who invited you can get a hold of this graphic and we can share this with you as well. All right, now let me give you a little bit of education. I know these numbers might be a little overwhelming, but let me walk you through some options our investors have. Say, for example, they came in at $500. At 3%, they'd make $15. Now, every Friday, we have the choice if we're going to cash out that $15 or if we're going to redeposit. But let's just say you wanted your 15 bucks. If you kept withdrawing that $15, it would take you 55 weeks to make back your $500. All right, you'd end the year with $480. Now, it's same for the bigger numbers. Say you started with 5,000. On Friday, if you got a 3% return, and again, past profits don't guarantee future success, but if you were just like all the past 188 weeks, got your $150 and you cashed it out, it would take 35 weeks for you to get your money out. And you'd end that year having grown the 5,000 to 7,500. Pretty impressive, right? Well, that's all fine and good, but that is not what we're recommending you do. All right, this is where only the 6% of the population understands the power of reinvesting, compounding your profits over time. So let's go back to the $500. If you were to take that $15 and deposit it back into the balance, it would take you 34 weeks to break even and get your $500 back, 21 weeks earlier than if you pulled it out. And you'd end year number 1 having grown it to $2,025.44. Can you imagine when we were 18 years old, if we could have taken $500 and grown it to $2,000 and started doing that as a young adult? Wow. So powerful, but shame on me. It took me to age 56 when I learned about compounding money. So I'm just glad that I know now. And that's why I jump on these Zooms, because I want to teach people that this is available to them. They just don't know what they don't know, right? So this 5,000, just say you started with that, you'd make 150 on Friday, but instead of cashing out, redeposit it. It'll take you 26 weeks to have to create 5,000 to get your seed money out if you wanted to pull it out. But if you left it in there, look at what the return is 12 months later on $5,000, $22,954.43. Okay, so again, there are countless numbers of people on this call or in our group. We have over 1,000 people who have invested with Novatech since I started, who have been in it for 12 months and can attest to the growth that I just shared with you. Everybody comes in at a different amount that they're comfortable with. Some people like me started with 300, then I added 1,000, then I added more money when my property sold. All right, so with that, everybody, here are 3 things you want to lean into. If you're doing your due diligence and studying this and checking it out, comparing it to other platforms, you want to ask these questions. Are there any expiration dates? All right, now with Novatech, we are different because we do not have an expiration date. You can cancel anytime. You can just let it go as long as you like. Do you have access to the capital? Can you withdraw from your trading balance? With Novatech, yes, you can. After 90 days, there's no penalty for withdrawing it. The reason why, when your monies come in and you're into your trading balance, that money goes into the trading pool immediately. So if you entered on a Wednesday, you would already make profit on Friday. I've had people enter on Thursday and still make a profit on Friday. You see, so the monies drop into that trading account. So in order for you to withdraw that, again, we wait that 90 days. And then from there, you can request a cash out from your trading balance. And then we have bonus accounts. It's where your ROI sits. And that money is definitely more liquid. You can cash it and get that between 24 to 48 hours. All right. Now, no earning caps. We don't have any limits. So you, as I mentioned, you can continue to trade as long as you like. All right. So those are some key things. But I think the most key thing is to start. All right. And I know a lot of people will want to, hem and haw and turn over every stone. Well, I'm hoping that I can answer all of your questions. And then the person that invited you can certainly share. And by the way, this company does not do any advertisement. All right. They strictly are trying to uh, build this by word of mouth. And I call it by invitation
over the
only.
past few days.
Every single person on this call was introduced by someone. And that is what I love, because the company is very personal that way. All right, so you can start at any level, starting at $99 on up. You decide where you want to get in and know that you can grow it over time. All right, so if you are unsure, come in modestly. Again, never trade with anything you're not comfortable losing. But I can bet you, if we go through your budget, you're going to find a lot of money being spent on gourmet coffees or excessive things you might buy at Costco, that you could set aside some of that for a long-term investment. All right, now there are a few things you need to know. We pay a $25 fee every month, gladly, to be a part of this trading platform. The $25 is withdrawn out of your ROI. You never give them your credit card or debit card or bank information, like an auto ship subscription. It's not like that. They are going to take their $25 fee out of the profit that they've earned you. Okay, and by the way, there's no startup fees either, which I love that. Whatever amount, again, you're going to fund with, you can grow it. Now, there's some of us that started at 25,000 or above. If you do start at that level, you don't pay a monthly service fee. You get a 1% cashback reward on your balance as well. And then those of us who are over 100,000 also do not pay monthly fees. They get a $1,000 gift card and a 2.5% cashback reward for coming in at that level. And that is a monthly bonus that they receive. Okay. Now, we have had people who started very small, even as small as 500, and have grown their accounts to 6 figures over time. And I'm going to share a little bit about that at the close. But you just want to know, how do I start? Right. So here's the details. We entered this fund with cryptocurrency. And so if you have never bought crypto or moved it, do not worry. I never did before this. We will teach you how to find an exchange, just like a bank, so to speak. And at an exchange, you can turn your US dollars into crypto. All right. And the company allows you to choose from Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, or USDT, which is Tether. It's a stable coin. So you're going to purchase crypto. And then we're going to send that those funds into Novatech via a third coin processing company called Coin Payments. It will populate into your Novatech e-wallet, and it will show up as US dollars. So you'll always be able to read what value that is. And best part, it will convert to stable coin. So if you chose Bitcoin, for example, as a coin to fund your account with, even if Bitcoin went up or down, in the moments that you were transferring the funds, you can be assured that your fund is exactly what you intended it to be. All right. So that is how we start our Novatech account. And then the same way we got in is the same way we get out. So you go into your e-wallet, you decide, okay, I'm going to take out $200 or $2,000. You will make a request for cash out, and then you're going to ask them to transfer your payout to a wallet address. This is, again, new terminology for you, but in your exchange or your crypto wallet, you will have an address that is exclusive to you and that particular transaction. You will tell Novatech what coin you would like it brought back to you in. Again, the same coins as I mentioned, that monies will be sent to your wallet address, just as if I was sending you a package in US Postal Service. That money will land in your exchange, in your wallet, and voila, that crypto is available for you to do several things with. One, you could turn it back to USD and put it back into Bank of Hawaii or whatever bank you deal with. That at that moment is a taxable event because you've now brought back your gains from your investment. But what many people do is they store their crypto profits on a private ledger or what we call cold storage. Some convert it to stable coins so it doesn't fluctuate with the market. And the best part, some put it into crypto credit cards or prepaid debit cards that you can fund with cryptocurrency. So now you can go anywhere where a Visa is accepted and you can spend that money on Amazon or buying airplane tickets or going to the store buying fuel or groceries. You can use your crypto as liquid as if it was cash. Okay, so it's just learning a new way of commerce. And we'll walk you through all of those steps. So with that said, everybody, just know we are here today because we know if you don't find a way to make money while you're sleeping, you will be working until you die. I think we all agree we've accrued so much debt in our life, and to be able to afford the type of lifestyles that many of us want, we have to work for that money. And if you can find a way, as we have, to earn money passively and have multiple income streams all coming in to fuel and feed our families, we would be so much better off. All right, so I hope tonight this inspires you. You don't have to choose Novatech, but just do something different, okay? Because if you don't, you can bet that you're going to be exactly where you are today 12 months from now. All right, so again, lean in, educate yourselves, and be a part of a community. Our community, we gather on Telegram. It's a free channel where we as a community share information so that we can be stimulated and educated about new things and how we can make money while we're sleeping and how we can make more. Like this slide right here shows you a 4% return on that same $500. We have part 2 of this gathering tonight. We'll be sharing with you about how to increase that 3% I mentioned to 4%, because some of us on this call have been making 5, 6, 7, 8, 9% every week instead of just that 3%. And it's because this company has given us the opportunity to invite others privately to this platform, and they reward us generously. Look at what the return is. If you were to find a way to take that $500 up to 4% instead of 3% in the same amount of time, 5 years, if you recall from that previous slide, it was over $1 million. Look at it now, $13.4 million. Just by increasing your return by 1%. So if you are interested in learning about that income stream that Novatech provides, please let the person know that invited you to the call that you want to learn about that particular income stream, and then we can take it from there. So I'm going to pause now for just some questions from all of you on the chat. Let me stop the share. And wait a minute, was I not sharing the screen this whole time?
No, you were. I saw it.
Okay,
yeah, you're good.
I thought, oh, look, all of you are right here. Okay, so what questions do you all have or comments? Because I know there's some folks here on the call who have already been funded with Novatech. And we have Diana here who is just getting herself ready to get funded. Any encouragement, any feedback you want to share with her as she begins to prepare for that day when she becomes funded with us?
Hi, Diana. This is Renee. I think the most important thing is just get in, and every month it's kind of a challenge for yourself to see how much you can put aside, like by omitting the things that are guilty pleasures, maybe the Starbucks or the plate lunch that you've been dying to have. It's just kind of a challenge to see how much you can save by just making that little sacrifice along the way. And you know that one day it's going to add up and make all the difference in the world for you. So yeah, I just challenge you to get in however you can get in, and every month just kind of calculate or sacrifice some of those guilty pleasures, and don't spend it, put it into your Novatech, and then you're compounding every week, and it's just, I don't know, all of a sudden your bank just increases, and it's just a wonderful thing.
Yes, absolutely. CB, share also, like Renee, just some feedback on your returns. You don't have to say dollar amounts, but the experience of passive income.
Absolutely. Well, the main thing I noticed is at first, you're like, oh, how much should I put in? So you start with your initial deposit, and every week it was so fun to, I was rolling it over. And then they had the automatic, I signed up for the automatic rollover. So it does it automatically. So now whenever I'm out and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll go splurge on dinner or splurge at Ross or, whatever I used to splurge on. And then there's a voice inside of my head like, no, I can make more money in Novatech, put that into, and you get like kind of really excited about to see how much more you can grow. So it's not as hard as you start seeing your money grow. It's not as hard to like say no to all those little guilty pleasures at all. Like it's like it's a better type of self-love, if that kind of makes sense, because you're like really supporting your future, and it's the best feeling. You have that security. So it's definitely amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And it's such a blessing to see other people be able to grow their money. So thank you for your feedback, CB and Renee. So Diana, you let us know, as if you're listening to this recording, you probably have questions about where do you first get started, and we walk you through those getting started steps. And one of the things that we do is spend time on finding out, where should you start, and what is your freedom number that might get you to where you are. So in a real quick nutshell, I'm going to share with you where I would start. And to inspire yourself, go to calculatorsite.com, click on the finance tab and click compound interest. And then it'll pop you right into the calculator I already shared with you. You're going to manipulate the amount you start with. Put in 3%, that's the average we've been getting, anywhere from 2 to 4%. Change this to weekly, put the number of years you want to invest in. You notice that we do have a $25 monthly fee, so I'm going to account for that. Click on monthly withdrawal, and then click weekly compounding at 52 weeks, calculate, and then it's going to give you the bottom line. So $32,000 on $500 in 5 years is what you could expect. But the part that excites me most is to scroll down to see it happen month by month, so you can imagine where you are. And like for CB or Renee, myself, we can actually look at whether or not this chart is on target. And I can tell you countless people have verified that in month number 8, even paying $25 a month, their account doubles. Look over here, $1,086. The account doubles, and at that point, you would be able to decide if you wanted to take your seed money out and let market money run, or if you're used to now having risking your $500, you can leave it in there and let it accrue, because look at what happens on month number 30. Your account is at about $2,000 now. That's $500 a week that's coming in. Your account now is up to almost $17,000 on your $500 investment. In 3 years, that would grow to $1,000 a week or $4,000 a month. This is called planning your future. We hope that this calculator will give you a tool to map it out so that you can plan where you want to be. All right. I wanted to just draw your attention. There is another feature, by the way. If you're the type, like Renee was saying, maybe you could add to the fund. Do know you could click this button called both, and you could say you're going to invest $200 a month, right? And you still pay the $25 fee. You can calculate for both scenarios of adding money to the fund and also paying your $25 fee. It calculates just the same. And then you can go into the calculator to see where you're going to be. And look at this. I think this is exciting. Look at this. Month number 2, that same $500 account, if you were to add $200, that is when the account is going to double. So instead of waiting 8 months for it to double, it could double in 2 months, just because you've made a commitment to add to the fund. All right, so I hope that leaves you with some fun homework to inspire you, and we are here to assist you in taking the next step to fund your account and to get rolling. If you are part of one of the 5 states that Novatech does not do business in, which it happens to be Hawaii, Montana, South Carolina, Alaska, and Texas, no, please do not be dismayed. We actually target those states because we feel like you all want the same opportunity that the rest of the United States has, and we will teach you how to get a limited liability corporation established outside of your state, and you can then fund your account. So just know that your government at your state level, if you're part of those 5 states, they just don't want cryptocurrency operations running in their jurisdiction, and they make it very difficult for our company to do business there, and therefore we do not let that stop us, and we will walk you through the steps of getting funded. All right, so with that said, everybody, are there any other questions before we leave for the day? Okay. All right, well, thank you so much. We invite you to be part of Telegram. That's where we will invite, even if you're not funded with us, you're welcome to be part of our investor channel, and we can take it from there. All right, aloha, everyone. We look forward to seeing you on our platform.